So this is a tutorial for an unofficial solo mode for Take Time that I've called the Blind Watchmaker. I'll shuffle a deck and deal 6 cards to the AI and to yourself. Okay, firstly lay out your cards. It helps to put them out in order. You don't have to, but it makes things easier later on. Okay. So there's my hand, and now let's see what the AI has got. Now, you're only allowed to look at 2 of the cards on the AI. Basically, we're using the eye icons here, both for how many cards you look at before you start playing, and how many cards you can look at as you're playing. I'll show you what I mean. So, we've got 2 white cards and 4 black here. Let's look at the 2 white cards. So we've got a 9 and a 3. Okay, so we've got a 9 and a 3, but we now shuffle those back into the deck. We're not allowed to know which one is which, but we know one of those is a 9 and one is a 3. Okay. Next, we decide who's going to play first. You can play first or the AI. I recommend using this to remind yourself who has played first. I'm going to play first this time because I've got a white 2 here that I think would be perfect to go just here. Okay, so now I've got a decision to make. I could look at one of these white cards and then I would know which one the other one was. However, I can kind of live with not knowing probably which of these is a 3 and which of these is a 9, and I'll show you why in a moment. So I'm going to look at one of the other cards. So look, we've got a 5 here. Let's play that there, I think. So I am now going to play, I think, a 3 here to go with that 5. Next, I'm going to play one of these face down. The thing is, I don't know whether this is a 3 or the 9, but I know that it's one of the 2, and I know that I can play the other one to the same place, and then I will know the total here. So I'm going to play this face down. This is going to end up being 12 when I played the other one. Let me play up here. I'm going to start putting some big numbers up here. Let's play this other white card. We now know we've got a total of 12 there. I'm going to play my 10 up here. We can have up to 3 cards on here. Let's look at one more of the cards. Remember, we've only looked at 1 card so far while playing. So we've got an 8. Let's stick this 8 here. I'm going to put this one here. We're then going to place one of the black cards here. We know this is 12. So I'm going to place my 6 here, and I'm going to place the other card here. It's a bit of a risk. Probably could have played that better, but we've played all the cards now. Now we resolve things. So we've got 2 here. We've got 8 here in total. We know that this is 12. Let's see what this is. It is 16. That could be all right. So we've got here 20 and 21. That's perfect. Bit of luck, but mostly skill. So firstly, spoiler alert, if you've not played chapter 2 yet and you don't want to know what it contains, then look away. This clock is from chapter 2, clock 1. Just to show you a slightly more complicated example, basically we play just the same as before. In general, you don't need to do anything different than what I've shown you already. There are icons in chapters 2, 4 and 7 that do require some slightly different rules, but those are all outlined in the rules. And this clock here, though, doesn't require anything special, or at least anything different to the normal multiplayer game. So let's deal out 6 cards each. Okay. usual, look at mine, put them in order. Okay, and then we can look at 2 of the AI card. We've got a nice split here, 4 black, 2 white. So let's look at the 2 white cards, 9 and 11. Brilliant. Okay, so let's just shuffle those up. So we know the 2 white cards are 9 and 11, but we don't know which is which. Okay. As usual, we can decide whether we're going to play first or the AI is going to play first. I think I am going to let the AI play first this time. So we know this is 9 and 11. I don't think we need to look at these cards again while we're playing them. If we play them on the same segment, we know what the total will be. So let's take this opportunity to look at some of the black cards. So we've got a 2. So good job we looked at that one. So you can't play in any of these 3 segments here because of the icon. Let's just play this card here. Okay. Now then, I'm going to play the 7 up here, I think. Okay. Now then, we know this was 9 and 11. I'm going to play one of these up here, I think. And then my next card, I'm going to play my other 7. Then let's play this card here. I'm going to play my 3 up here as well. Keep it out of the way because obviously I can't play it down here. Now we're allowed to look at, we've got 1 more card that we're allowed to look at from here. So this is a 6. Yep, I think we can work with that. Let's put that 6 there. I'm going to put the 5 with that to make 11 there. Now we've got 2 more cards that we can't look at. So I'm going to, I think, place them both on here. So that means that I'll end up with 21 on this segment. Hopefully this total will be more than 11. We've played with cards, so let's resolve it. So we've got 7, 7, 11. Then got 15 there, got 21 there, and then up here we've got 23. Perfect. Remember, if you do fail a challenge, then you take an extra boost token, just the same as you would in a normal game. It is quite tricky to succeed on clocks with only 2, looking at only 2 cards, so you may well use 1, 2, or even 3 boost tokens, bonus tokens before you get there, but you will. Anyway, hope you enjoyed solo mode. Please leave feedback and let me know how you get on with it.